Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 15, Week 5? I think it's Week 5. Yeah, it's Week 5. Today, we're taking a look at Trash Bros for the first time since like Week 1. We're taking a look at a Trash Bros game as they're going against Leftside Lunchboxes, the looter team, who we've looked at basically every week, including that Week 4 game that I definitely have already recorded, and I'm not just doing this because I have 2 hours to blow. And my upload is relatively stable right now. With me here today, of course, is the man that Kay said was never going to be in danger of attracting a gold digger, Vex. How's it going, Vex?
Radiant team.
Hey yo, what does that even mean? I don't.
Well, you see, a gold digger is somebody who pursues a relationship exclusively
He called me
because
a
they want
gold
money.
digger? Damn.
No, he said that you would never be in danger of attracting one
Oh,
because you had
that's
no money.
unfortunate. Because Randy always tells me to play with them. So.
Team pick.
Anyway, a lot of very unsurprising bands here. The Dawnbreaker and the Lena are going to be like Dawnbreaker
Wow,
is
tree and
probably
first pick.
not too surprising. I think it's like the second most common first pick this season.
I'm
No,
so
we're
surprised by this pick. Oh, Disruptor.
I'm surprised we don't see a little more
That's
disruptor in this league.
yeah. That's actually a good hero versus tree, I think.
Why isn't your team, Brennan? I know Boss is a good disruptor.
Yeah. Yeah. We should.
Well, there you go. Disruptor Furion. I mean, I like that we got the so good and tasty. We've got the matchup of the nature freaks. Nature's
Can
Prophet.
you tell me the roles on this team? Because I
Which
don't
one?
know. I know. I think isn't Trashman playing one now?
I think they just switch. I think they just randomly switch out
Oh,
on Trash Bros.
I don't know
I don't
about
know if
this
it's the
looter
system.
team at all, though. So.
Leftside Lunchboxes, pause 1 Lone. Well, we'll just do the roll call in game. Spoilers. Pause 1 Lone Wolf, pause 2 Looter, pause 3 J-Bay, pause 4 is usually Tall Balls, and pause 5 is usually Matty Boy, but neither of those guys seem to be here today.
Oh,
Trash Bros?
looter's mid, okay.
Trash Bros picking up the Primal Beast. Good thing for them. I don't think he's broken anymore.
10 seconds remaining.
He's not. No.
Yeah,
5 seconds.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen that much Beast in this season. I feel like in an LD2L context, I feel like he's kind of the, he has a lot of the things that are missing from a lot of the LD2L games. He's got some pretty solid initiate power. He's got the ability to hold somebody in particular down in a fight. He's got the ability to spread some damage around. I think it's a bit more of a powerful pick than people give it credit for, especially if we're going to be running like 42% guys anyway. Nature's Prophet has been getting a little bit of image rehabilitation, I believe, courtesy of Mr. Eternal Envy.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know about picking it into a disruptor, though. Just get glimpsed.
Oh, the Primal Beast? Yeah, but I mean, I think the thing with Beast is that you can kind of like unglimpse yourself in a way. Like if you just use if you don't initiate with Q, you blink in, do your tantrum, you get glimpsed, Q back. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Which
I
isn't the
think
most
the
ideal, but you
glimpse
can
is
do that.
way faster than like he can do anything. But
And of course, you also have the BKB. It's going to be annoying for him early game, but
yeah, he has to rush one anyway. So
yeah, I don't think it's an end of the world scenario for Beast into
it's
Disruptor.
fine. Yeah, the bans though. I don't know why they banned the draw. They already have the primal.
Because quote Randy, Drow doesn't even lose when you counterpick her in this patch.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking. I hate the hero, but yeah.
Yeah, he said that in a game where you guys counterpicked a Drow and lost. So
Yeah.
I think in LD2L, Drow is the rock of the meta.
I don't
Everything is
think
like
we
if she gets
counterpick the
in.
draw though.
We got the Spirit Breaker here.
The primal's actually like pretty good in lane with draw, but yeah, we'd have the spirit breaker. It's fine.
I like the Primal Beast versus Spirit Breaker matchup. Two cars collide.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what happens if Primal
Radiant
Beast
team
charges
pick.
into a Spirit Breaker charge. I assume they just both get stunned. I hope that happens.
Um, I think Spirit Breaker stuns him.
Ah, that's lame. I want to. Can we have a special interaction for that scenario where they just both die? They just splat like
10
tomatoes.
seconds remaining.
Got the Reiki here, no surprises. Two melee supports
5
and a
seconds
melee Primal
remaining.
Beast against Disruptor is going to kind of hoit a bit, I
Ricky
think.
is a really good pick.
Yep. Disruptor is definitely going to have to be somebody they're going to have to watch out for in the fights at this point because, like, all three of these guys kind of want to occupy the exact same space in a fight. It is really not unthinkable at all to see, to picture a Disruptor ult that hits all three of the current heroes they've got right now. Everybody's just going to kind of be
Dire
positioning
team
themselves
pick.
more or less at the center of things. Though Leshrac is somebody who's going to be a bit further out than that. I don't know if I like
Hmm.
Leshrac terribly much into this lineup, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I
10
feel like
seconds
Prophet's
Mid,
a
remaining.
pretty good Orchid buyer,
just
and
mid NP maybe.
yeah, it probably is.
5
It's
seconds
a
remaining.
looter hero, and looter is the mid on this team.
I don't, I don't know about mid NP, but it's Elite 12, so you know.
I mean, the thing with
Uh,
mid NP is that it's kind of like in the Dragon Knight school of it's never going to, like, as long as you don't play it wrong, it's never really feasibly going to lose lane to anybody, but it's never going to really win either. It's just the stalemate classic.
I mean, if we're gonna run mid NP, they already banned the Ursa. I want something active on one, but you'll see.
It's going to be a little hard to pick a one in this game because it's like if you pick a one that's also a melee guy who's going to be basically in the middle of everybody in a fight, then which is most ones that are really on the board, unless you're going to be running like Sniper Pause One or something. If you get a hero like that, then you're really setting yourself up for the potential situation of four guys in a disruptor role, which could be really bad.
Radiant team ban.
Speaking of melee guys in the middle of a fight, we got the Troll Warlord making his debut appearance in this season of LD2L, I believe.
Hmm.
I can kind of see it. The way that Troll Warlord, the way
10
his R
seconds remaining.
sort of works, ends up being sort of a fight
5
reset
seconds
for
remaining.
Leshrac. Like,
Dire
Leshrac's gonna
team
get
ban.
most of his HP back, but ideally you do too.
Radiant
Um,
team
all the
ban.
melee heroes are going to be in range of, like, Maelstrom. They're going to be in range of Whirling Axes, right? So in a lot of ways I see this, but also I just feel like Troll Warlord is, like, not the best right now in general.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a situational pick. It can be strong,
Yeah.
but like
5 seconds
I,
remaining.
I don't know about. It's not great into this Radiant lineup.
I think it's mostly just not great in the Reiki. I think it's solid against everything else they got,
Nothing
but the Reiki
is.
really
It's just
sucks
Ricky.
for him. Yeah. It's amazing the support Ricky thing. I remember it was like years ago, around like TI4, TI5. People suddenly started doing that, but it like dropped off in weeks. I guess because he didn't have the sleep dart back then, but it's it is. I do think it is been a long time when people just kind of thought of the smoke cloud of as oh you just get BKB for that Lamau, but if you don't have your BKB up, or if you're
Dire
somebody who's not
team
going to be able to
ban.
get BKB, like a support in most games, for example, it's a very, very, very devastating sort of skill. Certainly, Troll War is going to need a BKB now. If he doesn't get one basically first item, then what's going to happen is he's going to hit R, it's going to go Eater, and then he's going to die.
10 seconds remaining.
J-Bay gets the last pick on this lineup, not
5
terribly
seconds
surprising.
remaining.
Well, the presumptive last pick, he might be the Spirit Breaker, but probably not, I don't think.
Axe ban. That's
Radiant
kind of
team
interesting.
pick.
Yep, that's well, I mean, last time we saw J-Bay run Axe, it was a comedy of errors. It was a hit Q and hit 0 people type game for him. But the game we saw before that on him on Axe was ridiculously good.
10 seconds
It's
remaining.
It
definitely a
sounds like
comfort
the
band in this
worst
case.
axe game that I've seen in a while, though. So
5 seconds remaining.
It's actually funny. We got the Axe ban and the Kunkka ban, and it's like that's two of the heroes that the Lunchboxes just used to comical ineffectiveness in their matchup against Arkosh. Some looter told me he's spoilers for everybody. You know what? No, I shouldn't say that on the cast. He would probably be mad.
Dire
dumb.
team pick.
TB.
Terrorblade. Okay. We have the matchup of pause ones that everyone kind of groans that they see on their team going on here. Last time we saw Terrorblade in LD2L, it was actually in
10
the
seconds
Princess Gang
remaining.
Sandgangers matchup, where I talked about how Princess Gang had the
5
opportunity to
seconds
win, and
remaining.
Terrorblade would have nothing to do with that victory. And here's OD.
Choose your hero.
D. So okay, OD offlane.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, Matty Boy is here. He's Saberlight fan. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I
missing
was
tall
wondering
balls.
who it was.
And they have,
Hmm.
this is going to be another game where Trashman is going to be playing the pause one. Two very interesting lineups. I feel like these are both lineups where it's like every upside they have comes down to positioning, execution, and to a degree their items. How they're going to purchase this game. I feel like it's pretty tough to call this one from here. Um, there's things I definitely don't like about both of these lineups, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Probably
yeah.
most notably Terrorblade, who is one of those heroes that right now is just so bad he can just make anything a defeat, make anything a loss. Terrorblade turns easy games into throws. He makes everything a little harder by being on your team, basically. But then that's usually the case with Nature's Prophet as well, for the most part. So, and you know, Looter's been using it to pretty good success.
I'm gonna just say the team with Ricky and Trian wins, so
Yeah, there you go.
my prediction.
Prepare for battle.
It's interesting because it's like on the Radiant here, you have Ricky and Treant, but I just don't like any of their cores that much in this game. You know, the OD pick I feel like really messes with all of them to some degree. And then on the other hand, with the Dire lineup, it's like I think I like the Dire's core lineup for the most part. I just I don't know. It feels like the Dire is just so reactionary. They don't make a team. They just have like, oh, this will be good this game. Oh, I want to play this hero this game type lineup going on here.
Midas Rush, let's go.
That's how you do it. Looter is
He
Looter is
backpacked his
30 seconds to
tangos. Interesting.
nice. He's role playing as Nature's Prophet here by carrying a bunch of sticks around with him. Looter's not even gonna deny his own tree, and he's gonna make Maddie do it.
Wow, this guy's real good.
What is this awkward situation here? Both teams kind of posturing like they're about to have a rune fight, but everybody also just kind of acting like that's not what they want. I don't know. Let's see who wins the right-click fight. Matty Boy beats #1 Frankstan in the right-click battle for the
Trashboat is
rune.
gonna lane with 40% HP. Very nice.
See if he has. He does have a bit of regen on him, so he'll have that at least. Well, with that all being said, as usual, it's now time for the part of this cast. We actually didn't do this either game on the live game this week. It's the ultimate disaster in casting history for me. It's a roll call. As for the Trashmen, pause 1, you've got Trashman. That's actually the Trash Bros, but who's counting? Pause 1 is Trashman on the Terrorblade. Pause 2, you've got Trashboat on the Leshrac, captain of the team. Pause 3, you've got number 1 Frank Stan, Kim Wexler Gaming on the Primal Beast. Pause 4, Big Boy LaCroix on the Ricky. I added Big Boy LaCroix recently, and I was like, yo, you should queue with me sometime, and he's just, he plays Dota in like a 1 hour frame. It's like, he has 1 match a day at the same time, every day. It's a bit odd, and Hollywood is dead.
They got a bargain.
Denying more.
Me.
Big Boy LaCroix going for the, the snatch there. Just stealing from poor number 1 Frank Stan. And finally, pause 5, you've got Code Line, who, did you know he has a website?
I didn't.
As for the Leftside Lunchboxes, pause 1, you've got Lone Wolf. Pause 2, on the Troll Warlord. Pause 2, you've got Looter on the Nature's Prophet, his signature hero, captain of this team. Pause 3, you've got J Bay on the OD. Pause 4, you've got Matty Boy, usually pause 5, but he's pause 4 today, on the Spirit Breaker. And pause 5, you've got Hollywood standing in for, you know, that's kind of odd. You know, Hollywood usually is pause 4, not 5, but either way. Hollywood standing in for Tall Balls on the, on Disruptor. One of his signature heroes, they let one of his signatures through. He's celebrating right now. It's the only time it's going to happen this season. Also, why are you here? Did this team just... Oh, yeah, because the that game they just, like, FF'd, and Cheeseburger thought it was a disband. So far, lane is mostly favoring Trash Boys. The Shrag, top of the net worth chart, not top of the net worth chart, top of the last hits chart. Safe lane is basically just trading, well, not safe lane, but bot lane is just trading farm, not really acknowledging each other so much. I guess really kind of every lane right now is just doing that. Every lane combination is just kind of last hitting creeps and not thinking about much else outside of that first blood that Ricky got.
I guess Lura's just feeding Treants. That's why Trashboat's 14 CS.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the only person who's down right now for farm is Looter.
14 to 6. 7, yeah, 14 to 6. Rough.
At least he has more denies. Isn't saying much.
Finally got a CS. Let's go. 7 CS. Yeah.
Hollywood just barely surviving a close encounter with a Ricky up here top. But he has the Sav. He's going to be A-okay. He even has a magic wand queued up for Ricky's pretty constant spamming of abilities. I guess they just didn't want to run a Troll Spear Breaker safe lane and the OD Disruptor off lane, which I kind of get the OD Disruptor off lane. I don't think that's a very good combo. So I guess the lane slot makes some sense here just based on how they picked this out.
Yeah, I mean, Spear Breaker doesn't do anything in lane. It's just like
True.
pause 7 melee creep.
Spear Breaker doesn't do anything in lane, and that is true. On the other hand, Disruptor and OD together is like anti-chemistry. They like actively make each other's jobs harder, basically. So I can definitely see why you wouldn't want to lane that together. You know, nothing like making your enemy accidentally dodge a couple of the Thunder Strikes. Nothing like glimpsing somebody when they're about to be put in jail. Nothing like, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Treant taking a trip to jail here. Matty Boy going deep in for it. I mean, it's not really that deep, but it is in.
Death bounty.
And
They're really
terribly
getting fucked in this lane. 15 CS to 23. I don't think that should be happening. TB is not a good laner.
J-Base Lander. I gotta say, one thing about OD is I don't think OD is a hero. Like, even if JB can play it competently, I don't think OD as a hero is really somebody who kind of plays to JB's strengths, perhaps. You know, I think of JB as sort of like a crash car. Okay, interesting little scenario happening here at top. Let's take another look at that.
The gank top.
Ricky going deep in for Thugwood, but oh!
Ooh.
The inaugural Nature's Prophet ult there, very well timed, just completely demolishes that lane and gives Looter a little bit of space to start
Radiant's
coming
middle
back
tower
here
is
after
under
being
attack.
kind of down for this entire lane phase.
Yeah.
200 gold in his pocket.
Yeah, that's good.
And he's now actually passed up the Leshrac for XP as a result of that, so all good things, no doubt. But as I was saying, not OD, JB is somebody that I feel like has this very sort of fast-paced car crash style of Dota. Likes to be in faces, likes to be fighting, likes to be a somewhat tanky guy to be able to get the job done. I feel like OD, even if he can play it competently, I don't know if it's really a pick that plays to those sorts of strengths. I feel like OD plays a much more sort of careful game, you know, about trying to turn the numbers at the exact perfect moment, about trying to very much engineer scenarios. JB, not a scenario engineer. It's not really what he does.
I wish Meteor Hammer was good right now. Missed that item.
JB probably does too. Like the 1v1 between Primal Beast and the Creep there. Got a little bit of a... Nah, Smatty checking the runes. No, your Spirit Breaker walking up to that guy like that. I actually do think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to have Matty intervene to some degree in mid, though his being level 3 right now probably does not make him much of a valuable asset on that front. We have a Furion ult to try and, I guess, dissuade from the murder of Hollywood there, but it didn't end up actually happening for them. Leshrac
Yeah, I
is
mean, if you're low enough, you're just gonna die to that shit.
Man, this is the ultimate Chad build. I got Hand of Midas and I got nothing, baby. If it wasn't for that, very trinket,
Oh,
you'd be
he's
screwed.
blocked by his own illusion.
That said, well,
Oh
there's here.
my god. He body blocked his own self.
Very sad. If Terrorblade was allowed to survive that, I don't know what I would have to say. Big Boy LaCroix is dead.
It's not good. They're gonna get this tower.
Maybe it's a bait.
Okay,
Ooh.
Looter's walking back.
This
They're
team,
not getting the tower.
yep, no desire to do that. They would rather make sure Leshrac not get the mid T1. Which I guess does stand to reason here. You know, you can get this bot T1 anytime, but that mid T1 is, you know, don't want to lose that. No, never mind. Looter just wants to farm. Well, those farming heroes. Let's take a look at this net worth chart. I feel like the elastic chart.
Okay, no, that's treads.
And let's miss a kill again, because I'm trying to mess with the charts. Alright, what's going on here? This is just Leshrac, just shows up and he does. Pretty simple. But it wasn't actually the kill I was supposed to be looking at! Oops! Never mind!
Oh wow.
We have a barely surviving Primal Beast.
Did he
there.
ult? How did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Matty Boy who died.
Yeah, Matty died. Just
Oh.
ulted the low-level Spirit Breaker. And Furion decides he does want a tower, it's just not the one that you thought he was going for. I do actually like the, like this specific option. I feel like the Radiant's top T1 is a hell of a lot more important than Dire's bot T1, in just the way it's placed. So getting that early is a pretty good advantage to you. Especially if you're afraid of the enemy team doing early Roches, which you certainly aren't in this game. This is a Roche at 40 minutes type lineup. I'm gonna potentially try to go for the kill on Trashboat. Trashboat's actually calling the bluff, is just going for Looter himself. Hollywood's just gonna put an end to that, though, without an arena. Okay, I don't know what he thought he was gonna do here besides just that. Primal Beast showing up to explain why picking Nature's Prophet into Primal Beast isn't that great.
It's just chaos.
Hell of a fight starting to really break out here. Looter's Lunchbox is mostly on the retreat. Troll Warlord has stepped into this to personally intervene. I don't really know if Troll Warlord
Everyone
should
wants
be
to
here.
fight. Let's go.
Yeah.
5v5 mid.
I don't really think Troll gets anything by being here. I feel like it would be a lot better for them if OD had shown up instead of Troll, but he is at least.
TB's just farming for free. It's kind of scary, I think. You're just pulling
It would be
ahead.
scarier if TB was good right now.
I think, I mean, as long as he doesn't die for like 40 minutes, there's
Yeah, there
just
you
gonna-
go.
Like,
He just simply has to be
doesn't
alive.
matter. Yeah, for 40 minutes.
The sad thing is, even though he's TB, I still just don't think his team is like the better scaling team, which is the saddest part of this. He could definitely have some success late game, but I think it's going to be predicated on very good use of his skills and in particular his ult, obviously.
Dire are scanning.
And of course the classic meta, but you know, it's kind of hard to use meta wrong, isn't it? Like, Matty Boy is
Like, who knows? Maybe
performing Matty Boy gaming.
maybe else the 0 health troll when he's like almost dying with his ult.
Yeah, there you go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they're trying to go for Terrorblade, but they can't actually land
unfortunate.
trees.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's rough. That's a big kill.
And now Hollywood has to
Classic.
completely get annihilated.
Run JB. He's fine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very awkward scenario. It does kind of feel like this is very much a one-man show on the Trash Bros part. If Terrorblade doesn't get a lot of free farm, then I don't know what the hell these guys do. Certainly not the kind of lineup that Leshrakt's gonna just 1v5 on, not with OD. Not with Troll Warlord. Not with Disruptor, you know? Can't really rely on that terribly much late. It's gotta be Terrorblade who's gonna be doing all the dirty work for you here, really.
It's gonna be a 40-minute game either way. Even 60 maybe.
Goodbye, Troll Warlord. Big Boy LaCroix snakes it again, baby! Okay! That's his goal in this game. He wants to have the most kills.
He just wants a quick shard.
Yeah, there you go. He has Assassin, alright? It's Ricky Maru the Stealth Assassin, not Ricky Maru the Stealth guy who does most of the damage and lets the Primal Beast get the kill. That's not his name. Likely to be trading T1s right about now, as both teams are
Radiant's
closing in
bottom
on
tower
their
is under
respective safe lane
attack. Dire's
T1s.
top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
And unsurprisingly, with a lineup like this, the Dire do win their push contest. Actually, by a hell of a lot. That glyph was actually perfectly timed to just completely shut out Leshrakt's ability to push that. That's very sad. Matty Boy is going to TP up to this tower, and he's just going to die if the pass is any
he is
indication. I'm an Oracle!
Dire's top tower
He should have put me in the game instead of Barney from Half-Life 2. Ah.
Everyone is farming. You love to see it.
Yep, a very exciting game going on here. You know, it's very fortunate at the very least. There's no infinitely scaling heroes this time. That was a big part of the Gotham strategy, legitimately, which is going to sound like an incredible diss to Matty Boy, but it is true. They picked a bunch of infinite scale heroes to just eat Matty Boy a lot whenever he would just kind of step out of line like that. Maybe communication is, okay, goodbye. Goodbye, Prophet. Didn't need to come up here after all. Maybe communication is like a factor here, because I do think if there's like a rainbow TP on that T1, then they actually probably could have just saved that. just turned around the enemy team, made him go away, but nobody actually wanted to defend that except Matty Boy, who's like one of the worst heroes at defending objectives right now at this point in the game. This has nothing to do with protest.
Even Tugwood. So.
It's true, he's farming this single individual kobold that he dug up. The most efficient farming you've ever seen.
The 8 gold kobold.
8 gold
That's
kobold
efficiency.
sounds like an album name or something. Like a weird geek album.
Looter
Okay.
Dunning sounds like an album.
Baby, we got the disruptor ult here. It does catch too. It's a pretty good ult. It just doesn't matter at all. Looter just dies so fast in this 2v5 scenario.
Okay,
Matty Boy decides he's not dying this time.
Is under attack.
that's good.
He will leave along with these.
Single overgrowth. So.
I gotta be real with you here. All right. This week, you're gonna see it when I actually get those videos uploaded, which hopefully it should be tomorrow, which is Thursday at the time of saying this, because my upload is finally back. Hooray! But it did kind of feel like to us that your live game this week, it did not feel like you had a terribly great amount of impact in either of those games, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the good news is that you're not the only Pause 3 who I feel like saying that
It's just
for.
it's just the meta. I fucking hate the meta right now.
It does not feel like OD has really had much impact so far in the lineup, but I understand why. He did go Midas first.
Yeah.
Why are we going Midas first on OD anyway? But, oh hi Big Boy LaCroix, goodbye Big Boy LaCroix. Never mind. Kim Wexler Gaming is here to make it really annoying, but actually Kim Wexler Gaming is here to die too, I think. No, they're gonna just go all in on this. This is a very chaotic game, I gotta say. Just these big 5v5s that just suddenly spring up out of nowhere. Terrorblade is in first place right now, but he's not in first place by a lot, and he's being very closely trailed by all the cores on the Dire, including Troll Warlord, who went for first item Battle Fury, in a move that would give Randy an aneurysm. A Troll Warlord who just got a Brigand's Blade on his team and immediately snatched that thing up, which is like one of the best Troll Warlord items you could possibly get. That is ridiculously good luck on that guy's part. Good job being lucky, Lone Wolf, I guess. Buy a lottery ticket, there we go. And Furion got a Dragon Scale, so he doesn't have to feel bad anymore.
The seeds of fortune.
It's always fun, the old Dragon Scale. Pretty good item for him here. T2 items just fallen all over the place, including a Philosopher's Stone, which will not help Big Boy LaCroix, who has just snaked another kill from his core. Oh my god! Oh, poor Kim Wexler Gaming. You hate to see it. Lane phase is so long over, and it just keeps happening. It's Ricky. It's gonna happen. It's not. He's not like trying to throw. I should give a disclaimer. This is not Flame. I just think it's really funny. It's a little Flame.
Could be an OD. Maybe we're ready to fight. We have 1 BKB. What does NP have? I wanna see. Oh, he's also gonna be kept. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know about this play though. Interesting.
It's fine.
Okay.
Terribly moment.
He just gets NP ulted and OD ulted.
This is a great disruptor ult. Yep. Oh, this is such a mess. Why'd he clip so?
Oh, the BKB. The charge in.
It's a very awkwardly timed BKB reveal. From
Oh,
Kim
that's
Wexler
big.
Gaming.
Two man out. 2 man stun.
Well, this is awkward. There
Everyone's
we go.
dead.
Yep, Troll Warlord just gonna eat everybody now.
Buddy boys here, let's go, race car. Oh my god.
These
What
fights,
is this fight?
these fights are crazy. These fights are nuts. As slow and boring as this game is when nobody's fighting, at least the fights themselves are fun.
So good and tasty.
So good and tasty. Great showing there for Troll Warlord. Horrible showing there for Terrorblade, who used to be the top of the net worth chart until he got 2-shot. The BKB being up
Radiant's
on
middle
Primal
tower
Beast
is
when it
under
is
attack.
going to make things pretty tough for the enemy lineup, I think. It's a very, like, the only guy on this lineup who doesn't care if you have BKB at all. I mean, I guess Troll Warlord doesn't really either, but what's Troll Warlord going to do to Primal Beast? Nothing.
They'll never see
It's
this
like,
coming.
Primal can't do anything to him, Troll Warlord can't do anything to Primal, like...
I think he's gonna kill him when like he has BKB. It's gonna happen.
Who, when Troll has BKB?
Yeah, and
Like,
like
statistically, yeah, Troll is going to kill BKB, like, kill the Primal Beast if the two match up, but,
also
like, it's
Primal
not...
BKB is already used 2 times. He has a 7-second one.
Oh, he missed the first. It must have been on that pick at top, I guess. But
It was mid T1.
oh, okay. The I just somehow didn't notice that. I must have thought it was somebody else's BKB. The thing is, it's like if Primal's BKB and Troll Warlord shows up, like Primal Beast, just leave. Like he hit Q and he go.
He
It's
can
not
try,
really
unless he
anything to
gets
stop.
rooted.
Yeah, unless you get rooted, but I mean, you just gotta win the lottery at that point, and Troll Warlord has to close in on you anyway, which is not easy to do when you're a big, stupid, fast beast anyway, and he has to walk up to you to do it.
I think they have Glimpse, they have Spirit Breaker Charge. They
Yeah,
have a
there you
lot of good stuff against them. So
I'm talking in the 1v1 scenario, though. This is what I'm saying. It's like
yeah,
it's
but, like,
incompatible heroes in like the 1v1 scenario. I think more of the time than not, it's going to be Troll Warlord and Primal Beast don't really interact much in the fights.
yeah,
Just kind of
they won't
avoid each other.
either way. Another smoke.
So, but the BKB screws over the OD quite heavily, as we saw in the last fight. It's very annoying for the Disruptor, as we saw in the last fight, and while Looter doesn't care much about it, it doesn't matter, because Primal Beast in general is pretty good for what Looter does, so... okay, bye-bye Tree. Bye-bye Maddie.
They could have just killed him. But
Yeah. Probably didn't necessarily need that glimpse.
he's back to pushing waves. He's fine with it.
Oh, they're just trying to try and get him killed by Looter down here, but Looter cannot find him. Rainbow TP's to top T2. Spirit Breaker.
I don't know about the
Bravely
charge.
going
Yeah,
on
that's
the track here.
really dead Medibone.
But that is buying them a little space here to just get rid of the Terrorblade with no trouble.
Again, Trashman just dies without ulting because he's silenced.
So good
Yep.
and tasty.
Rough.
So to that end, I think it actually
He
is
has been
kind of.
glimpsed.
Oh,
He
that's sad.
has died. Unfortunate.
Again, that is actually kind of good for Matty there and the way he performed that fight, because like I don't think they just casually get to jump on Trashboat and eat him if Leshrac is allowed to operate in that fight instead
I
of
don't
getting
think you
distracted.
complete that charge in any scenario anyway, so
What?
you don't like continue the charge. Anyway,
Radiant's middle tower
that charge is
under
like
attack.
you're definitely dead there. There's no way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, well, he actually lived, I think. But
Did he?
did he?
I'm
Let's
pretty
find
sure he
out. No, he
died.
didn't, but
Yeah.
he was the only one on the team that did, and I think because he
Looter's
committed
dead.
to the charge, I think is a
Where
big
is he?
reason why that happened. Good glimpse
Oh,
there.
he got glimpse. Yeah, it's all good. He's still dead.
Looter is going to make this as annoying as possible, but he is going to ultimately go down in what is basically a 1v5 scenario. It almost feels like Looter's Lunchboxes are just waiting for the moment that Trash Boys stop 1v5ing, and it's not coming. Like, every time that happens, it's like they're legitimately surprised by it. But no, they've just been 5-manning since, like, the start of the game. They're 5-manning basically right now. I mean, Leshrac's not with the rest of his guys, but he's 10 steps away, you know.
I think
Dire are scanning.
Looter's team is gonna win this game now. I'm pretty
I
sure.
thought it was the team with the Ricky and the Treant that was going to win.
True, but like I'm gonna change my stance on this.
There we go. And why is that? Please elaborate for us as a commentator.
Because if you BKB, like their team is useless. What are they gonna do? All their damage is magic. The TB is also dying every fight, so he's not doing anything.
I think the biggest thing that's really kind of on my mind at this point is like the way things have shaken out, it's kind of hard to see Leshrac as somebody who's going to be doing that much in fights going forward.
Radiant's
It's
bottom tower
not
is
that
under
much
attack.
better. Not looking that much better for the Primal Beast. Both of them
Yeah.
pretty low on the net worth chart and
TB has
everything.
to carry, and the disruptor is getting eggs, so it's also a mute and a silence.
Yep. If he gets that Axe, this game is like definitely over. I have no idea what the hell that the Radiant does if he gets that, but what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to go for here is, considering that's the case, I feel like a Lotus Orb this game just really everything falls on Trashboat's head. That was probably not a necessary ult on
They're just
Disruptor's
crumbling.
part,
They don't know what to do, what lane to push, what to do, what moves to make. I don't know.
but as I was saying, it feels like with the way this team is structured right now, a Lotus Orb legitimately just takes away every advantage the Radiant has.
We rush.
It's like, yep. The two things that the Radiant has right now that it feels like they can feasibly do to own in a fight, it's like, A, have an awesome Terrorblade ult, which you've now prevented, or B, just get good picks with the Sleep Dart, which you've basically also prevented. It's a good retreat from the triangle here. Everybody just clears down.
I think
We're
this
out of
game is too
basics.
heavy for the TB. He can't solo carry this game.
Yep. It just feels like the two trash. Well, no, it's not trash man on pos 3 anymore, is it? Well, at least not in this game. But either way,
It's trash Stan.
yeah, it's trash stand. The trash stand and the trash boat. It's just like it just feels like are just not really. I mean, it's hard. I mean, this is a hard Leshrac game, like I said. Just Leshrac into OD isn't the greatest matchup on a good day. Leshrac into Disruptor isn't the greatest matchup on a good day. And while Troll Warlord is not usually the best hero ever right now, he's not that bad into the Leshrac himself. Whereas it's like, with everything you can say about the TB, I would say probably the quality of Troll Warlord versus Terrorblade is probably not too disparate. I would say they're probably pretty close to each other strength-wise. It's just Terrorblade completely sucks into this team. It's an awful TV game.
Yeah.
J-Bay trying to wrangle himself up a huge ult here, but he's just not going to get it if he just keeps waiting. One does come out, but all it's going to do is kill Big Boy LaCroix. Looter's going to come in, but they got the wrong guy. Fooled by Manta style.
Someone BKB'd? Oh,
Yep. Kim Lexler Gaming. The Primal Beast is going to be
okay.
BKB.
They walked into it.
Going to eat the...
Troll is gonna clean up.
Oh, we got the Gleep near here. That Rod turned to a Gleep really fast.
Okay, BKB, yeah, he's dead. Yep, there we go, the roots.
Poor Kim Lexler Gaming. And now they
Ooh,
just gotta
okay.
find Cold Line in the trees.
Unfortunate.
And that doesn't work.
Like
You need
the
your E,
Prince?
my friend!
He could have glimpsed there, he got the vision of him. But...
Oh well. Either way, this Disruptor, like, the Disruptor and the Furion are these just huge problems in fight. They give Troll Warlord so much space to operate and do things. It's just
Radiant's
like,
top tower is under attack.
you know, from the outset, it looked like this is a team that didn't have much theming, that didn't have much to do together, and was purely reactive. The problem is, I feel like,
Radiant
just
structures
as things
are
turned out,
fortified.
the only one that really feels like it applies to is OD, who is almost having another game from everybody else on his team. The lone... It's not that guy either. It's the other Nature fellow. Nature's Prophet, as it were. The Furion here with the Troll Warlord, it feels like they're compensating for what they're doing really well. It feels like every weakness Troll has, Looter is trying to make up for in both itemization and play, which is good. I said at the top of this game, a big part of this is going to be how they're going to itemize, how they're going to strategize, and so far, it's looking like the Lunchboxes are on top as far as that goes. The Disruptor in particular has been doing really good here. I don't know why you let the Hollywood Disruptor through, to be honest with you. I think its orders more annoying and honestly more impactful, I think, than the Mirana, honestly.
Scouts are scanning.
You can see it very well in a game like this.
I don't know. I don't feel a Ricky impact this game, unfortunately. It's kind of hard. Like,
Yeah, he had
there's
so
not the
much
best
control.
course. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, I think that's really just what it turns into. It's like I had reservations about both of these comps. I think Looter Lunchboxes have done a good job overcoming the weaknesses that their composition had and playing to its strengths. I feel like Trash Boys have just fallen just face first into
Radiant's
every
top tower
pitfall
is
their
under
lineup
attack.
had and had really nothing to gain from it. Aside from just they picked some stuff that's kind of meta.
Radiant's top tower.
At least a
is
support
under
line that's kind of meta. I don't know about the TB so much, but I mean, hey, he was at. I saw him in a couple of those funny DPC games. Never successfully, but I saw him there. I just he uses Curse of the Old Growth on absolutely nothing there. It's kind of what it looked like. It's definitely a very unfortunate game because it's like, okay, it just expires on Troll Warlord. This is a game where the net worth differential is not even 10k, and it feels like it's 50k. Like, it just feels like the Radiant right now has nothing to offer against the Dire.
I mean, they just had to make early moves on Radiant. Like, look at their cores. There's a fucking Primo and like
They had to not pick the Terrorblade. Like, it's such a
yeah,
miscast on this team.
the TV is pretty bad, but like,
TB isn't good on a team in which he's good.
yeah, it's
and
such a
he's
good
certainly not
lane.
great.
It doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter.
I don't know. He didn't even come out of lane top net worth. Like, he was scrapping for
Yeah,
it for a
second or
long time.
like first or second, I don't know.
He had to be given a lot of space to finally reach top net worth, and then when he got it,
Yeah.
he got to be it
When
for
everyone
30
was
seconds, and
5v5ing
then just,
mid.
yeah.
Then he was first.
He got to be it for like 3 seconds until OD turned him into a tomato, just squished him.
Okay.
Going to go all in on Matty Boy, which I'm sure is not what he wants. It's a very early troll ult. Really did nothing but give
Yeah.
him trouble.
Yeah, it's not great.
OD coming into this, trying to follow up after all the...
Okay, the glimpse,
good
unfortunate.
glimpse. Misses the OD ult on the Primal Beast, but doesn't matter at all.
The TV's caught.
Yep.
Um,
BKB out of the Terrorblade here.
Ricky's
Or
dead.
9, actually.
We're just gonna. Okay.
Terrorblade's greatest advantage from his BKB is that he got to walk away from a fight.
I feel like every core on Radiant was like 10 miles away from each other.
Every core,
Like-
which is ironic because they were doing the opposite of that for most of this game. Every core was 10 miles away from each other, and they just kind of just took turns
Radiant's
dying.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like
Even though Troll got kited so hard, I feel like
yeah,
if they caught the Troll in
Like-
that fight,
everything went wrong for Looter's Lunchboxes in that fight, and they still won. Like
yeah.
the OD ulted basically nothing, just got the tree solo with it. Troll Warlord ulted for no reason and just getting strung around. I think one of the really the biggest thing here, part of it is just that without anything really stopping the OD, the Midas he got early just let him take a massive gold advantage over anybody on the Radiant. Part of it's that, and of course another part of it is just, you know, the coordination factor is just coming in really well for Looter's Lunchboxes. Even in what should have been a disaster of a fight, they still end up looking like they're the ones with the plan. They still look like they're the ones that are sitting in the driver's seat. You know, it's something that you definitely notice on this lineup. And it's funny, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde type thing, because it's like, sometimes the Lunchboxes have this scenario where it's like, they just looks like, you know, a well-oiled machine where they just come out and it's like you'd think all these guys have been playing together their whole lives, right? You'd think that, you know, it's like a Princess Lambert type scenario where they just know in their heart everything they're doing. And then sometimes they just kind of all come out and they just all kind of play like they have no idea what's going on. Just like 5 dudes who met each other for the first time in a pub. It's very interesting. I don't know why that is. It's a shouts to Train. It's a big mystery to me. Tell me, okay, good, he didn't just get glimpsed. I swear I thought I saw it there for a second. If Treon Protector had gotten glimpsed there, I would have taken back every kind thing I had said about Hollywood's Disruptor play this game.
Dire's top tower is under
I
attack.
think they just
win.
They just need to put the stand guy on like something like DP or something.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I don't think he can play playmakers.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So to be fair, playmaker offlaners are just bad right now. So just buy Greaves and play with your team.
Yeah, there
Be
we
an
go.
aura builder. Which is, I'm sad for the offlane role right now.
I don't think anybody's that happy. Except Mickle. It's very exciting for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
JB going in the deep here. He really just can't do anything. He's just like, it's kind of another problem. He is getting some good kills in these fights. It is good OD play. It's just still not really to his strengths, just how he likes to play in situations like that.
Blinked out. Oh, okay.
You have our Hex reveal here on the, that's from the OD here. He's on the Primal Beast, that's a pretty good
Big
ult.
ult. He's also dead.
Did not. Oh, okay, we got a glimpse on the Terrorblade. Goodbye, friend. Turns around at Triangle, does not even get to do that.
Is under attack.
That hero's numbers just seem dreadful, like...
Trashboat got the eggs.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Rex just going down here.
I think the win condition for Radiant is like a 5-minute window when your primal can just pop off like early mid game.
Yeah, your win condition for Radiant is I don't know what you do, to be honest with you. It's like I said, it's like it seems
Because
like
primal
it's a,
falls off really
Yeah.
really hard. If his BKB is like less than if his BKB is used like 2 times, and you're not like dominating fights, you know.
You're done.
You remember that bottom T2 fight, like behind the tower? That's when they needed to win that fight. They didn't, and like
Radiant's top
they just lose the game.
Wow, this is so
Oh.
sad. They don't even get to do the tradition of getting Megad and then killing everybody on the enemy team. They get Megad and then they get to all die. Well, Troll Roller got disarmed at an awkward time, so maybe not.
That's true.
Oof. JB going down here. BKB coming out for Troll Warlord. They actually let Primal Beast go with the Ogre Seal Club.
attack.
They just Spirit Vessel Collusion. And now Maddie
But
dies for his
died
troubles.
for no reason.
Okay. Very interesting turn of events there, is a very polite way to say, well, that looks stupid. Oh dear. I can't even get that. Like I said, I think the problem with this lineup is like, you know, the cores are just not good. It's like, this is a sad scenario where you have a Terrorblade, and he's not like the threat at the end of the game. If things went better for this Trashboat lineup, and they got to like 50, 60 minutes, it's still kind of hard to see the Trash Man just going wild on everybody, just because it's like, you've got Primal Beast. Primal Beast
it's gonna
does
be a
not scale.
cost 7 melee creep.
Yeah. Primal Beast does not scale. Primal Beast is like, it's like he's more of a fat like support than like a Sand King is. You know, he's really cool for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then he is absolutely nothing. He means absolutely nothing. And Leshrac is a one-trick pony that has a pretty clearly defined time when he's going to be big and bad and scary, which the enemy team completely took away from
Yeah,
him.
I think if we're gonna go with this like mid offlane lineup, you need like a Ursa or something. Play with.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Ursa is banned, so what can you do?
Or Lifestealer or something active. You get the idea. Like
I mean, you can either go something active, or
Troll
you
Warlord would be good
can... Well,
if
they
they
didn't
didn't
get that
pick
one.
it.
The I think the big thing, they picked up another disarm there. I think the big thing is like you either have to be able to just fight early, just go all in on being at 20 minutes to win a team, which is tough, but it can win you, or you have to go for a hero that really is just going to be the end of the world, just really can do the 1v5.
Yeah, but it's hard when you're like 2 and 3 are just less frag primal. Like
Yeah.
they're not doing anything.
I mean, hey, they're going to, if you can genuinely like 1v5, then hey, this is a great 2 and 3.
I don't even.
It's like,
I mean, TV is a 1v5 hero, but like I don't know. They
yeah,
can't-
he's a 1v5 hero that's not good enough to 1v5 right now. Trashboat.
Yeah.
Did you catch Trashboat being eliminated in that fight when we were watching it from outer
No.
space? J-Bay just completely getting shredded here.
Let's get glimpse on.
J-Bay just completely getting shredded here, and it really doesn't matter at all. It's like that's the
It
biggest,
doesn't, yeah.
the biggest sort of impressive thing about this victory to me in the terms of the lunchboxes, because I do not recant on. I don't think OD is a great hero for J-Bay. He had some success with it. The actual mechanical play of the OD was good. It's just kind of contrary to what he likes to do, just ideologically, and it didn't matter. He still just rock and rolled this game.
Radiant's ancient is under.
Terrorblade is
one and
finally
two
going to
did have
1v5,
a-
baby. Check it
Champion
out.
Troll did a really good game to start with. They had a lot of farm early game. I don't think they.
Trashboat calls GG 1 second before the Ancient explodes. Yeah.
I think they got away with too much farm from their lanes and like mid game.
I mean, it's like you could point to 1,000 things. The trash folks just were not online this game. I don't know if this is really a case where you can say, here is the big, decisive, dramatic thing that led to the defeat of the Trash Bros in this game. It's just like, they had a not so great draft, they had an okay lane phase, that was, like, I would really say they probably stalemated in lane, and then they just kind of traded back and forth in the early game. It's just, what do you do? What do you do with a TV pause one right now besides lose? He doesn't even
I
play it that
think-
much. Why do you even pick
Yeah.
this?
It's they did win on like a TBS hero. They won on PL last week, I think. But that was when Stan was playing like DP. That's why like something brain dead that makes a lot of space is good.
That is
For
a
them.
major that's a major diss. I hope you know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought the
but, like,
Primal
you know.
Beast play in this game was all right. It's just it didn't matter.
No, it's the hero.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
I mean, I do think, I think Primal Beast in general isn't that bad. I just think that in the context of this game, it was just like, you own the MP and do nothing to anybody else. That's
Also,
what happens here.
it's not a personal diss to Stan though. It's just how the role is right now. It's so brain dead. You have to go DP. DP has 57% win rate on Pro Tracker. Like it's just so you build creeps, you build like shard. That's the best you can do in offlane right now. So like
Very
it's
sad.
so brain dead that Stan has to do it. It's nothing to do with Stan and like how he does in offlane. Like
You know, the funny thing is that K-Said said literally the opposite of this when he was on stream last week. I think I agree more with you than with K-Said. He was like, oh, yeah, Vex, he has to play like a carry in these games. That's what
I
Threat does
really
right now.
can't.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, that's definitely... No, I promise you, on a team with Kid Dynamite and Iceman, I know Iceman says to the world that he's not a guy who farms, but on the other hand, you can look at 3 seasons of casting and see that his default thing when he is done fighting people is go to camps. It's not gonna work. And I do agree more with that. I do think the Beast is okay in that capacity. I think it's like, because the Beast is mostly going to be utility, really, at the end of the day. Like, Beast can do damage. You can build the Beast all for damage, but I feel like right now what you really want is somebody who does some damage and also controls a fight, keeps everything running, keeps everything in order, can do some initiation work, you know what I mean. I think
Yeah.
the Beast isn't the problem itself. I think it's just the Beast got picked against so hard. The rest of the left side, because it was an early pick, I think it was only 1 or 2 heroes on the board. Like, at most, it was, what were their first 2 picks? I think Disruptor, Spirit Breaker? Yeah, I think that's it. That's all they saw
Yeah.
at that point. Like, the Beast into this team in a vacuum is okay. Like, what they had seen is okay.
I don't-
It's just it didn't work out.
Yeah, I would just pick the DP though. They played it. They played it and won on it, and it's way better 8 pick than Primo, I think. So it's just me.
I mean, and that's just 3 right now in general, isn't it? There's like,
Yeah.
it's not just DP that
it's
has a
brain dead.
ridiculous win rate. It's like Centaur win rate is pretty ridiculous.
Honestly,
The,
Dispatch, me and Stan are just literally the same skill level.
yeah, there
I'm
we
not
go.
even gonna deny it. That's just how it is.
Very sad. That sounds like an insane diss. Yeah. So basically, long story short, TLDR, pick better cores than this.
True.
We'll see you in game 2.